Hello and welcome to these Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the GIJoe Classified series, the Cobra Night Attack 4-wheel drive Stinger and Driver. Now, I know my screen's a little crowded right now, so we're gonna knock some of this stuff out and work our way to try to clear it up a little bit. So we get our weapons locker, Cobra Night Attack 4-wheel drive Stinger and Driver. It's gonna be number 120 in the line. It's that giant pelican case look we've seen, and they didn't flip the upside down shenanigans. So, but that's being, excuse me, that's being phased out, which we all know. So I'm okay with it. Let's get this bad boy out. Let's get this beast out of here. Do some changes here in the future. We got our box. Some awesome artwork. You got the Stinger. You got another Stinger. You got a ferret doing some crazy ATV stunts in the back, some X Games nonsense, and then obviously we got some explosion stuff. No Easter eggs or anything like that. It's just kind of there. And this box is huge. Some artwork of the Stinger Driver, QR code as of last week with the Comic-Con Cobra Commander. I know the website doesn't get anywhere. Then we got his attributes: driver, small arms, hand-to-hand combat, and some ordnance. Flipping to the back, we get our whole loadout with everything. We got the Stinger, we got some blast effects that we saw with Scrap Iron. We got the Cobra Officer loadout, the Cobra Stinger Driver. Attributes again, some details of the dashboard, the hood, and then the steering wheel. And that is an awesome, I can't even get that to fit on my camera. That is an awesome shot right there of the Stinger Driver. Is he just called the Driver? Cobra Driver? Or is he the Stinger Driver? I thought he was the Stinger Driver. Not too much going on the top, 120. So we'll get that out of the way here. Let's bring this bad boy back in. There we go, that's much better. I know those scumbags out there like to screenshot and all that stuff. So, I'm going to kind of do it in pieces. We'll work our way through it. We got our rockets. Got the dog bone peg system. They're soft, but they're not horrible. Now, if this sat on your front porch and you open it up, it might be a little soft, but I was cutting the grass, mail guy came by, I was like, oh, I'll grab those for you. And put them inside right away. So, you get 4 of them. They got the giant porthole for the blast effect. The blast effect is the exact same from Scrap Iron's drone. So this piece went into the drone, this piece went into the rocket. Obviously, it's backwards. Well, that's all warped too. Obviously, it's backwards. I mean, in some weird physics situation or rocket launch situation, I'm sure there's a little bit of smoke, but, you know, typically the fire comes first, 99 million out of a billion times, That didn't make sense. It'd be 100 million, but you guys know what I mean. So, we get that. Getting the rest of those out of the way, we get our 2 impacts that we've seen. Kind of cartoony, kind of goofy. I see what they're going for. I just don't think it resonated well. And then we get our 2 splashes from the blast, which would be great. But I just wish, and I said it in my Scrap Iron, I wish there'd be some gray brushed into this a little bit, to change it up. But going back, how hard would it be to just be like, yeah, don't paint this side, paint this side, But above my pay grade. That just goes back to that whole spelling error thing we've been seeing with some of the figures and stuff. So, get your shovel. Shovel clips into the hood, just like I did with the Vamp. I'll probably hope I put it in the right spot. Then obviously it's a larger piece than what we saw with Outback, or I think Spirit recently just came with one. The Marauder pack. Fire extinguisher can slip into the back peg. Good to go. Cobra practicing safety. Going back to the missile launcher itself, it has the same setup that we saw with the automated gun on the back of the Vamp. Unless you're one of those diehard guys that was crying on Facebook that, oh, where's the gunner supposed to stand? It doesn't make any sense. Look up the Crow systems. They're operated from inside the vehicle. And the missiles peg on like that. There is a ratchet system. And then, obviously, it can swivel on the back of the vamp itself. I kind of wish there was a in-between ratchet for these ones. But getting into it, there's a lot of pieces to this. There is this foot stand you got to add it, put on yourself. It goes back here. Then obviously we got foot pegs for it. Get some nice little detail. Hot panels. It's nice gray. Got the brake lights. We got our hitch, which we'll talk about here in a second. Nice little Cobra logo on the back. We got a Black Widow logo with BWX04, so I'm pretty sure the BW would be Black Widow. Same wheels as the Vamp, and mine had the same issue that my Vamp had with all 4 tires facing the same way, so I just got to pop those off, but for the sake of the review, I just popped them on. We got a beware, please ensure mechanics are not underneath the vehicle before starting the vehicle. So look at that, Cobra safety, you can't beat it. To unlatch, pull back on latch, to unhook and release. So that's how you would take this whole hood piece off. We got the mirrors that are legit mirrors. Working our way to the front. We got our tow hooks, which are folded up. We got some nice lights. Ram bar, and this piece pops off super easy, but it just clips right back on. And you're good to go. We got the working winch with the red hook. I'm rolling it the wrong way. And it just looks mean. Got an engine piece you got to put on. And then that says, beware of hot surface. To access turbo system, undo bolts, then remove cover plate. Please refer to the owner's manual for maintenance of product. So, I guess Extended Enterprises and Mars Industries really up their safety procedures, huh? Then the hood opens up. There's an engine. I was told the engine can come out. I have not popped it out, but I would assume it's just comes right out, goes right back in. No other paint in there. I've seen some amazing customizers on the Vamp upgrade them. And then same thing on the other side. Undercarriage, a little bit of sculpting. Not a whole lot going on down there. Let's get into this. So, for the sake of displaying and showing this off, you got your doors. They open up. So you got this roof piece. Come on. There we go. Roof piece you can put on yourself. It comes off. It comes in the package by itself. Look at that beautiful interior. Steering wheel moves. Little shifter thing goes back and forth. You can see all the gizmos and gadgets. Got a little targeting system in there on the computer. It's going 112 kilometers an hour. Got some radio stuff. So all kinds of neat little detailing in there. Let me see if there's any special numbers or anything we can kind of guess. Doesn't really look like it, but pretty cut and dry. And then, because someone's gonna be like, you didn't put the driver in there. Well, let me get the Stinger driver all ready to go. This door's gonna be in my way. Through the top was definitely the move. So, driver's in there, good to go. Close them up. And then, there's no paint on this little rearview mirror. Was there paint on the Vamp's rearview mirror? There was some silver paint on there, so no paint on the rearview mirror for the Stinger here. Pulling the driver out, we're going to get into him here in a second. Do some comparisons. And that roof just clips right back on. So, definitely one of my favorite vehicles from my childhood. However, they didn't exist during my childhood era of GI Joe. I came from the Joe vs. Cobra line, if you guys I remember seeing him in the cartoon. I remember loving him. I can't think of the episode where Dusty and Footloose airdrop into the desert due to the storm with the like experimental mauler, and they find Destro's secret tank base and everything. I used to love the Stinger. I used to dream of a Stinger. Now I got one, so I'm pretty excited. Getting into the Stinger driver, he's going to be a repaint of the Cobra officer mold, except we got the different face mask. We don't have that cloth. We got the like the techie mask. Same web gear. We got the Brassard, if you would, with that Black Widow logo, and it looks mean. Going into his accessories, we get the helmet. Just goes on over the head. That like Mauser style pistol that we've seen. Just goes into the holster on his hip, if I can get it to go. Red and silver dagger. That rifle pouch, the little Cobra logo on it. This Brassard wants to... All my other Brassards are pretty good. This one wants to keep dropping down. We get that officer submachine gun. And then we get the AK, which we've seen a good bit. It's not a bad weapon. However, we don't get the little flashlight or laser sight, whatever you want to call it, with him. So you just kind of have that open space. And I double checked the packaging and couldn't find it. And then he's got still got the slot on the belt for it. So very interesting choice. Comparing him with our Ferret driver, our Scout, who I just assumed was the female version of the driver. And obviously we got the blues and the chest protector and the motocross helmet. So they're the same gray? Nah, he's slightly lighter. But there you have it, the down and dirty. You get your instructions. However, the instructions don't cover everything. Obviously the wheels, the roof, all the rest of the stuff. They don't do the shovel and the fire extinguisher. And then, of course, the helmet goes on the head. Now, I'm sure someone's going to make some kind of crack about that, but keep in mind there are other companies out there that tell you to put, you know, the arms through the arm slots of a ghillie suit. So, to each their own, you know. But did you guys pick up the Stinger? Did you guys skip out on it? How many did you get if you did pick it up? I'm going for 2. I like the idea of patrolling with them. So we'll see what I can do. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm trying to figure out the TikTok, but I don't care too much for it. But anyways, that's all I got. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you on the battlegrounds.